galera, como é que vocês estão? Tudo bem? Aqui é o Cezinho, bora pra mais episódio da nossa série de Genshin Impact. Se você não conhece o canal, já desce aqui, já deixa um like, deixa um comentário, se inscreve aqui pra não perder os próximos episódios. Claro, se você puder compartilhar, eu vou ser muito grato. Hoje a gente vai então fazer a missão lendária da Ganyu, uma das personagens que tem sangue adepto, ou adepte, sei lá. E a gente começa tendo que falar com a secretária da Câmara de Jade, bora lá.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
Huh? You're...
I'm
Oi.
Ningguang's
E aí, galera?
servants. How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the General Secretary of the Valeeeeu Qixing. We've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the
Que
Adepti
estranho, né?
after the latter had denounced Valeeeeu, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Joyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that
Que
so?
estranho.
Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Miss Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Valeeeeu.
É verdade, ela é
Even when it's
bem
time for her
workaholic,
annual
né?
leave,
Eu lembro
Miss Ganyu
disso.
stays on duty at High Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She
É, a
couldn't
cara dela
possibly
falou
be
isso.
using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
Speaking of
Caracas,
Joyun
mano.
Karst, Traveler, I
Ela é
heard
tipo a
you can go
Jean
in
elevada à
there if you
10ª
please.
potência, assim, ela
Of course, we've been
é
there lots of
workaholic
times.
em outro nível, sabe?
That's good news. Could you go to Joyun Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload. We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
It's
Beleza,
about
bora lá,
time
bora
she
lá,
came
bora
back
lá.
to work.
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Preocupações, cada uma com a sua, né? Olha ela aí, parada.
Standing over there. That's
acontecendo, Ganyu?
We finally... Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here? I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the High Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
O que aconteceu?
Huh?
Do nada ela
You
mudou
don't want to be
tanto.
the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
Oi?
Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Valeeeeu, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave.
Como assim,
My
Ganyu?
Adepti
Fala
blood
minha
makes
língua,
me
pelo amor de
unwelcome
Deus.
in Valeeeeu Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Valeeeeu Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishe. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me.
Não, peraí,
Since the
mulher.
Qixing gave me a chance
Que
to leave
isso,
with dignity,
velho? Ela só tava
I
te
decided to be
cobrindo.
tactful as well. I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Joyun Karst.
Ela passou 1000
Looking at the
anos?
clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind.
Tipo, antes, né, no caso.
I feel better now.
But
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer, we're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely
Wow, you Adepti really are impressive.
come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well. A matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year. Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Com certeza. Bora.
To hear it?
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball.
Desnecessário isso.
The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Cloud Retainer?
Ai, ela fofinha.
Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite.
Be that so? But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Valeeeeu Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes...
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
É
She has
verdade.
sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end.
She should be in the southern part of Mount Aotsong right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
Ganyu, a gente veio te encher.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here?
Queremos... Eu também gostaria de
Is that
experimentar.
so? This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is
Parece
to
que
help me
faltou
feel
um pedaço
like
da
an Adeptus
narração
again.
que ela continuou falando e
The training is
não
much
tinha
to her
nada saindo.
signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training. We've completed the task. Hardships are a fact of life, both for the Adepti and humans alike.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
No.
Meu Deus.
The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Ah, o Shao?
Huh. So it's Xiao. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Enfrentar ele?
Fudeu de vez!
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry. I
Caraca,
had
você
a
já
meeting
começou
with Cloud
jantando,
Retainer.
velho. Calma.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training.
Xiao
Que
is such
isso,
a
velho? Você dormiu de calça jeans, mano?
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
The trial's begun! Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
Uma hora depois.
Ai, droga. Deu. E aí, Shao? Tá bom pra você? Ou você vai falar que eu fiz o mínimo?
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training.
Que isso,
Only
mano?
you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Pô, o lance não é o que você fala, é como você fala, cara.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
Have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Ah, é parte do treinamento, sim,
So
exato.
even here, there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Não é porque você tá de saco cheio, né?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Oh, so it's a
Meu Deus do céu.
pilgrim.
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect! I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
Wow.
Pô,
Straight to
mano,
the
você é um
point,
pouco
huh?
interesseiro, hein?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of...
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say
Caraca,
is
cara
that
burro, hein? Meu Deus do
everything
céu.
should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Ai, meu
Your
Deus.
father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships. But a person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money?
Ah, vai se
How
ferrar,
dare
irmão.
you
Pera aí.
reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
He might sorta have a point.
Fica quieta, Paimon.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Vai lá.
Nobody's
Forte abraço, irmão.
stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
Ela não
It's not
falou
his
estúpido,
behavior.
não. Ela falou aquele cara.
The things he
A parte
said.
do estúpido foi por quem
It
fez a
was right. I
tradução.
thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an adeptus,
Pelo amor de Deus, Ganyu.
True. Just
Meu
believe
Deus.
us.
All right. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment.
Isso, aí você
If
vai ver
I'm
que tá
proven
errado
right,
e aí a gente
I'll return to
esfrega na tua
Jueyun
cara o
Karst
famoso
once again.
eu avisei.
Canta! Canta!
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh. That's true.
Burnout é o nome
Ganyu
disso.
seemed to be working all the time.
Cuidem da sua saúde
when I think
mentais,
about
isso
my
é
time
muito
here,
importante. Agora esquece o
I
jogo, eu
spent
tô
most of
falando
it
muito
behind
sério,
a
tá?
desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Jueyun Karst, in fact.
Is that? It is! It's Lady Ganyu.
Ele não falou boa e velha não, viu?
I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Lady Ganyu? Why are you calling her that?
Please don't also start calling me that. Allow me to introduce Uncle Tien. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
Ah, ele é o líder dos
Grandma's a member of
Qixing.
the
Não é?
Qixing? The
Qixing.
same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards. In most people's eyes,
Isso deve ser uma
I'm
coisa
just
muito
a
louca, né?
forgetful and wordy old
Você ser uma
man.
pessoa importante, conhecida e tal. E aí você não conseguir
Uncle
andar
Tien is too
normalmente
modest.
por aí.
He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
What an honor to receive such high praise from Lady Ganyu herself.
Uncle Tien, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
My apologies. It's
Que
not
estranho,
intentional,
porque
just a habit from my younger days. Thank you for looking after me when I first
não devia
ascended
ser
to
algo
my
ruim
position
chamar ela
in
de
the
lady
Qixing.
em inglês, sabe?
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking
isso?
about secretaries, oh, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixing. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at UAI Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character, just like
Nossa, eu ia falar exatamente isso.
Let's move then to Yuehai Pavilion.
Teu pai pediu pra gente bater um lero contigo.
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long. I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from Yuehai Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
Sim.
So,
E ela adora
what can you tell me
reduzir a
about the
importância dela e do trabalho dela e do quanto ela é importante e foda no
start.
que ela faz. Gente, isso é muito comum. Tipo, a Ganyu é a personagem talvez mais humana de todos os personagens. Isso é muito
There
louco.
are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of 2 stores, Second Life and Wonyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario.
1000 anos de experiência de trabalho, exato.
Let's approach it this way then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wonyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
Ela vai fazer uma loja, tipo, denunciar outra, é isso?
Exactly.
É isso.
Let's start with Wonyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Valeeeeu, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
2000 anos depois.
I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Yes, thank you, Miss
Nossa,
Ganyu.
ainda bem, eles cortaram.
That's
Imagina
good.
ter que fazer outra coisa, ia ser mó demorado.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Miss Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position. That's how Uncle Tian managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure. I figured that as Uncle Tian's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had.
Oh, que fofinha!
Thank you.
Ganyu solved both Huixin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing.
Você acha que ela vai deixar a mulher? Ela nem admite o quão
Then
importante
let
ela
me
é.
treat you to a meal. The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well. I appreciate your help.
All right, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat. Oh, come on. It's just a meal.
Falou de mexer com o estômago,
it's
é com a
just a
Paimon
meal.
mesmo.
There's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huixin.
Actually, I've already booked Senua Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for
Eu
the
sentei
two of
tão
you,
longe.
your presence is
Por que,
also
que
much
tem uma mesa tão grande
appreciated.
pra nós? Tudo bem que tem bastante comida, né? Por que tem tanta comida pra gente?
That's so kind of you, Huixin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Eu te amo.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
Caraca,
I didn't
que
know that you
foda.
think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree.
Isso é foda.
You're a...
Thank
Você
you.
ficar se comparando com os outros que têm muito mais tempo de
Over the years,
experiência,
I
mano, é
became a
injusto
mother,
com você
too.
mesmo, sabe?
So Uncle Tian is a grandpa.
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuhai Pavilion too. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough. But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
E o nome dessa criança é Ganyu também.
What made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Huixin, I
Esse é
never
muito
thought
louco,
that I
você
meant so much to you.
poder pedir alguma coisa assim pra alguém que você sabe que não
Just
vai
like when you
envelhecer.
showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through, the stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huixin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor, apart from my contract with Rex Lapis.
Sim, as pessoas gostam de
They
você,
rely
independente
on
de
me.
você ser uma adept
Accept me.
ou não.
And long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
Irreplaceable.
That's right.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up.
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary. Regardless, I'll go back and see for
Ela não
myself.
aceita que isso foi só um mal entendido,
I'm
meu
afraid that
Deus.
it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
Mas é isso, galera. Eu vou considerar o episódio finalizado por aqui. Na verdade, teria mais um diálogo pra fazer com a secretária, só que ela tá presa na missão de reconstrução aqui da Câmara de Jade. E como a gente tá fazendo ela na história principal, então eu não vou adiantar aqui só pra ter esse último diálogo. Muito obrigado pra você que assistiu até aqui. Não esquece, desce aqui, deixa um like, deixa um comentário, se inscreve aqui no canal. E se você puder compartilhar, eu vou agradecer demais, tá certo? Muito obrigado sempre e até a próxima. Valeu! Falou!